Hello everyone, and welcome to NextGen Specs. We all love talking about our PC specs, right? Throwing around terms like i5, i7, or boasting about how much RAM we have. But have you ever paused and wondered how all these complex parts actually communicate and work together to create the magic you see on your screen every day? It's a fascinating dance of technology. Today, we go in to pull back the curtain and dive deep into the secrets hidden inside your computer tower. Whether you're a casual user just curious about what's inside your machine, or you're an aspiring builder planning your very first custom PC, this video is made for you. We're going to break down how every single component functions, but we'll do it in simple, easy to understand terms. So grab a seat and let's get started. First up, let's tackle the big boss, the CPU, or Central Processing Unit. The easiest way to think about the CPU is as the brain of your entire computer. Every single click you make, every key you press on your keyboard, every command you give it all gets sent directly to the CPU to be processed. This tiny chip is an absolute workhorse, performing billions upon billions of calculations every single second to execute your instructions. Because it's working so incredibly hard, it generates a significant amount of heat. That's precisely why we need components like thermal paste and a high-quality CPU cooler. The thermal paste ensures a perfect connection between the CPU and the cooler, allowing heat to be transferred away efficiently. If the CPU gets too hot, it has a self-preservation mechanism called thermal throttling, where it deliberately slows itself down to prevent permanent damage. So, a good cooler isn't just a luxury, it's essential for maintaining peak performance. When you're shopping for a CPU, you'll hear about cores and threads. The more cores and threads your CPU has, the better it is at multitasking. It can juggle multiple tasks simultaneously like gaming, streaming, and having Discord open without breaking a sweat or lagging. Now, let's move on to RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory. If the CPU is the brain, think of RAM as the computer's short-term memory. It's the workspace for everything you're actively doing. When you're in the middle of an intense gaming session, editing a video, or just browsing the web, all the data your computer needs right now is temporarily stored in the RAM for quick access. You might be wondering, why not just use the main storage drive, like an SSD, for this? The answer is simple: speed. RAM is thousands of times faster than even the quickest SSD. It's designed for immediate access. This is also why you sometimes experience slowdowns. If you have a habit of opening dozens of Chrome tabs, or you rerunning memory-intensive software like Photoshop, your RAM can fill up. Once it's full, the computer has to start using the much slower main storage as temporary memory, and that's when you notice lag and stuttering. As we look towards 2026 and beyond, with software and games becoming more demanding, having at least 16 gigabytes of RAM is becoming the new standard. It's pretty much essential for a smooth, modern, and lag-free computing experience. So, If RAM is for short-term memory, where does everything go when you turn the computer off? That's the job of your storage drive. All your precious photos, your favorite games, your documents, and even the Windows operating system itself are stored permanently on your storage drive. Traditionally, computers used hard disk drives, or HDDs. These are mechanical devices with a spinning physical disk and a moving arm that reads and writes data, kind of like a tiny record player. Because of these moving parts, they are relatively slow. In contrast, modern computers use solid-state drives, or SSDs. An SSD has no moving parts at all. It's all based on digital flash memory chips. This fundamental difference is why a PC with an SSD can boot up and be ready to go in just a few seconds, while a computer with an old HDD might take a frustrating minute or more. If there's one piece of advice I can give you, it's this. Always install your operating system on an SSD. It is, without a doubt, the single best and most noticeable upgrade you can make to speed up any computer, old or new. The difference is truly night and day. Next, we have the component that gamers and creators obsess over: the graphics card, also known as the GPU or graphics processing unit. Think of the GPU as the artist of your PC. It takes all the raw data and calculations from the CPU and masterfully translates them into the beautiful, vibrant images and fluid 3D graphics you see on your monitor. For tasks like high-end gaming, 3D modeling, or video editing, a powerful GPU is an absolute must-have. It's what renders the stunning landscapes in your games and accelerates the export time of your videos. Now, how do all these individual parts talk to each other? They are all connected through the motherboard. The motherboard acts as the central nervous system of the computer, with intricate pathways and circuits allowing the CPU, RAM, GPU, and storage to communicate seamlessly. And finally, none of this would work without power. The PSU, or power supply unit, is the component that draws electricity from your wall outlet and converts it into the precise voltages your delicate components need. A common mistake is to cheap out on the PSU. Never do this. A high-quality unit, preferably with an 80+ gold rating or better, ensures stable, clean power and protects your expensive components from potentially damaging power surges. Now, after learning about all these parts, the most important concept to remember is balance. Your PC is a team, and every player needs to be able to keep up. If you pair a brand new top-of-the-line GPU with a very old and slow CPU, you'll create a bottleneck. This means the slow CPU can't feed the powerful GPU data fast enough, so the GPU ends up waiting around, unable to perform at its full potential. One part is holding the others back, and you won't get the performance you paid for. Building a balanced system where all components complement each other is key to getting the best value and performance. I know this can be a lot to take in, so if you have any questions about your specific PC build, or you're wondering if your current parts are well balanced, please drop a comment below. I make it a point to read all of them and will do my best to help you out. To stay updated with the latest in tech, get more PC building tips, and understand the specs that matter. Make sure to subscribe to NextGen Specs. I'm your host, and I'll see you in the next video.